Another target the teacher needs to keep in mind is that the lesson is learner-centered. As I've mentioned before, the teacher talk time must be less than the student talk time. The learner-centered class has to have activities in which the learners participate. They discuss, they act, and they make decisions and conclusions. The learner-centered class would be a very independent class in which the students are learning independently. They are not dependent on the teacher for every answer and for every word. They know where are the resources, they look for those resources, and they work on the activity, and most of the discussion is done by the students. Most of the activity is done by the students. The presentations are made by the students. The teacher is just a facilitator. She is the provider of the resources. She is the one who is managing and monitoring the class. She is helping those who need help. But she is not pushing or thrashing upon the ideas of the learners. She is welcoming ideas from the learners. She is encouraging them to speak, discuss, talk, and come to conclusions. The other thing that the teacher needs to target on while lesson planning is that the focus of the lesson is maintained. The students are not going here or there. They have a focus and they know what they need to learn. For example, if it is a reading activity, the teacher should specify what should be the students doing. Should they be doing a silent reading and understanding the context of the paragraph? Should they be just recognizing the words and just skimming through the text? Or should they be looking for details and scanning the text? So whatever is the focus, the teacher needs to make it clear and keep the students focused. That should be the target of the teacher while planning the lesson. It should be also monitored by her if she finds that some students are not staying focused, to bring them back to the main theme of the lesson. For example, if she wants the students to use formal language, then the students need to concentrate on the words which are relevant to formal writing styles. She needs to make the relevant resource materials available for the students so that the students by themselves independently work on their resources and get the rewards for their independent learning. The students may be asked to help their peers and their classmates in order to build up confidence and team working spirit amongst themselves. This would create a healthy and friendly atmosphere in the class. Along with that, the students would be more confident to be working on their own and leading the activity. We should build up leaders and not followers. We should now try to get over the tradition of teacher being the leader and students being the followers. The teacher needs to keep in mind that these students are not to follow, but they are going to lead. And while leading, of course, they need the help and supervision of somebody more experienced and older to them. Therefore, the teacher would play that role which is required as a monitor, as a facilitator, as a provider, and making things easy for those who cannot accept it or get acquainted to the tasks that are given. The teacher needs to be a manager in the class to make the learning possible, but this learning should be learner-independent learning.